Hello, 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 everyone. Happy Sunday. Nice to see you again. Okay, today I would like to especially talk about how to deal with the Flying Star 5. Are you afraid of the Flying Star 5? And basically, I have received a lot of questions asking me about how to deal with this Flying Star 5, especially if it is a permanent Flying Star 5. So, if it is only the annual Flying Star, which is in 2025 in the Northeast section, so if your bedroom is there in the northeast section this year, if your main entrance is there at the northeast section, and yeah, if also your kitchen stove is also there at the northeast section, the easiest way is to put a lot of copper coins, a lot of items that are made with metal. Okay, whether it's copper, silver, or gold, whether it's iron, stainless steel, aluminium, etc., as long as they are made out of metal, okay, you can put them there in northeast section of your house this year in 2025. Okay, if the northeast section is your bathroom, your toilet, your storeroom, or a place where you don't usually use, then basically you don't have to do anything, okay? Because you're not activating the energy. Yeah, so that is actually very simple. And there are many times, if you have watched my video, you will know that I mentioned it many, many times. Flying Star 5 is not a bad flying star. It is because it is very powerful that most people cannot channel the Flying Star 5. It is like it is like a tiger. If you can ride on a tiger, you can use the tiger to help you to conquer the world, to fight the world. If you can't channel the tiger, if you can't sit on a tiger, if you can't ride on a tiger or lion, you will be hurt by it. So this is the same. The Flying Star 5 is not that bad, but because you are not able to channel it, that's why you are afraid of it. Okay? So if you want to release its energy, you just put a lot of metal things in that section, especially if that section is your bedroom, your main entrance, and your kitchen stove. Other than that, you don't actually have to worry about it too much because you're not spending a lot of time there. If it is your living room that you might stand that you might spend like 2-3 hours a day sitting in the living room, then again just put a lot of metal things like copper coins. Okay, if it is your work desk, your study room that you use it regularly, it's the same thing. You just put a lot of metal items there like copper coins. And the reason why we always emphasize copper coins is because it looks auspicious, it looks nice. If you put a rusty iron bar there, that is very ugly. And instead of releasing the energy of 5, you are actually activating it because it is ugly. Anything that is ugly is bad feng shui. So that has to make sense as well. Okay? So basically, I think that is the summary of Flying Star 5. And again, especially for beginners, we do not teach you how to use Flying Star 5. We did not would we I mean I won't teach you how to activate it, but I will just ask you to release it. I know a couple of feng shui masters, including a few feng shui teachers of mine. They actually use Flying Star 5, depending what they want to activate. Okay, so they will be using different methods to activate the Flying Star 5. to use that to help them. And of course, that might be a bit danger, but if you can, again, if you can ride on the lion, you can actually conquer the world. So this is the same theory. And of course, for beginners, I won't teach you how to use it. Don't ask me how to use it. Don't leave comment. I won't teach you because it might be very dangerous if you don't know how to use it. Okay, so now I will very quickly jump into all the questions I receive. Okay, I receive a lot of questions. Either you left it on in the comment sections or you email it to me. I have picked up a couple of questions to answer today. And unfortunately, I won't be answering all the questions today because there are too many. But again, you are very welcome. If you would like to have a live chat with me, just subscribe to my YouTube channel. And then 5 minutes later, you can start live chat with me on the right session. Okay? I will try to answer all your questions as soon as possible. Okay, so now let's jump into the first question. Okay, um, the first question is actually from Tnet 1960. Okay, so Tnet 1960, you have left a couple of comments in my in different videos of mine. Okay, so the first question, can you says oh sorry, I'll just silence my phone for now. Oh, I forgot about that. Okay, so the first question from Tnet 1960, can you say something more about six? I have Mountain 5 and Water 1, 5-1 in Palace 2. I have no idea what you are referring about Palace 2, but I know the combination of 5 and 1. I'm looking for a new job. How to activate the best to find the best job for me? Okay, if you are looking for a new job, the easiest way and the fastest way is you have to do date selection. If you want to see result very quickly, you want to see it happen like right away, you have to do date selection. And I am doing this at the promotion price at only $1. You can sign up for my monthly T Space way. It's already in the link down below. Sign up for my monthly T Space way. Promotion price is only $1. Okay, I have received comments all the time from different people that they receive good results. If even $1 you think it's too expensive to you, I don't know how you want to help yourself. All right. The fact that you can afford to buy a gadget, the fact that you can afford to sign up for an internet package to watch my video, $1 is nothing to you. And I guarantee you, nowhere in the world you can find Feng Shui Master to give you date selection at only $1. That one date selection, one activation itself can easily cost you $100 in US dollar, can easily cost you that amount of money. Nowhere in the world you can find it at $1. Okay, so can I say something more about six? Six is basically management. Okay, are you asking for Flying Star 6 or are you asking for 5 and 1? So your question is basically not so clear. I will skip this. And then the next question is also from you, Tinet 1960. Hi, I have a bath shower at part of bedroom and a part of bedroom in northeast. And there's no other place to take a shower. So northeast, we know that Flying Star 5 is there. Okay, so let's continue. Uh, in the original feng shui you are mentioning, unfortunately, unfortunately, you have 6-2 over there, right? In your in which part of your house? You didn't mention it again. So this question is not clear. I will skip that. Oh, okay. That's your bedroom. I have there a metal bed. A wardrobe is also white. The walls are gray. So you have I put there a lot of metal things, metal coins in metal box, and combination of 9 golden balls and 4 silver booms. I wouldn't use this bedroom, but I will be using the shower every day. And what is important outside, I have a big street about 100 meters from the block. I know that it will activate that combination 2 originally and the yearly 5. I will have also in the center the same problem. 9 and 5 with the yearly flying star 2 in the center. What will be the best solutions for these two parts? The main entrance is in south, 5 and 1. Thanks for any advice. I'm really afraid of this year. 2024 was the worst for me. So I am afraid of these 5 and 2. Uh this is a very complicated questions. The first thing is you have 6 and 2 in your bedroom and in the shower. So as I said in the beginning, just taking a shower for 5-10 minutes will not activate the flying star 2, even though the yearly flying star 5 is also there. It's only 5-10 minutes. That's nothing to do with activation, even if you have to use that every day. And you mentioned that you have a metal bed. Wardrobe is white. The walls are gray. I would like to especially talk about why the walls are gray. I mean, why when the walls are gray, it is not a good feng shui. Any any buildings or house they are painted in black or gray will not bring you any good feng shui. I have no idea why you put your wall into gray or who taught you to paint your wall into gray. In the past, like 15 years, the interior designers they started to use this combination of black, white, and gray. Okay, as they think this is very modern, this is very nice, and unfortunately, black and gray are very bad to use to paint your house. And it's been like 10-15 years, and in our research all these houses that are painted in gray or black with a little bit of white maybe, none of them, I mean, I haven't seen any of them can boost up their energy and become very successful just because they try to be very modern. They want to live a modern living as possible. I'm very sorry to say that, but I want to be very straightforward. If you are looking for good feng shui, you really have to consider the colors you paint on the wall. And so the walls are gray is definitely bad feng shui. Okay, so you have mentioned that, come back to the question, Tinet 1960. You do not use the bedroom. Then there's nothing you have to worry about it. Okay? And you have put so many metals thing. Well, I wouldn't put so many things because that look very awkward, but it is up to you. And as long as you are not using that room, don't worry about it. And then you also mentioned that you have a big street about 100 meters away from the block. If you are afraid, again, you just plant a lot of big plants out there to block up that street. Again, this is only yearly flying star 5. It is not that powerful because it's only short term. Okay. And for your information, Flying Star 2 in period 9 is not bad anymore. It's no longer a bad flying star. Flying Star 2 now in period 9 has become neutral. There are many theories behind, but I will just tell you very straightforward. It is not bad anymore. Probably you haven't learned to this extent. Well, you don't know because you haven't met me. Anyway, I'll continue. And you mentioned about that 9 and 5. Originally, the original 9 and 5 is in the center, with yearly Flying Star 2 is also in the center. I am guessing that your house is facing east. Um, Either is E2 or E3. I'll just grab my compass. I'm guessing that your house is facing E2 or E3 and built in period 7. Okay. Um, Sorry to say that this house is very awkward in period 9, and I will suggest you, if you could move out of the house, do it for your own sake. You don't have to take my suggestion, it's up to you, but this house will not work in period 9 at all, and it will be very awkward all the way to 2043. So to me is, if I were you, I would definitely move out of the house because it doesn't work at all. Okay, so if you want to quickly look for a new job, sign up for Monday Space Way. And if you would like to know why I will come to this suggestion, you can join my master class. It is free. The link is just down below. Sign up. And the third question is again from the same person, Tinet 1960. When you know a little bit of feng shui and you haven't know everything, you really have a lot of questions. Anyway, can you explain why we should use fire today in the center? The daily star for center is 5, monthly and yearly is 2, and this is the most dangerous combination. When we use fire, we activate the worst energy we can even imagine. Every master says, this is what she said. Sounds like a female, sorry. Every master says don't use fire in the center in 2025 or when 2 meets 5. I don't understand advice from this movie. Well, that's not a movie. Please let us know. Thank you for that. Okay, every master says don't use fire in 2025 or when 2 meets 5 because you haven't met me. Okay, first of all, Tinet, that command you mentioned is for the activation for February for 2025. That was for the first day of New Year. Okay. So in that video, I actually asked you to start the fire at 10:10 on February 3rd, 2025. And that time, the flying star in the center was not 2 and 5 at all. So there was a misunderstanding. And secondly, I have already mentioned very earlier in the beginning of the video, every master says because we do not teach beginners how to use 2 and 5. We only teach the beginners to avoid it. And you don't know it because you haven't met me. 2 and 5 can be activated under very specific circumstances and depends on how you want to use them. Okay? They are very good feng shui masters that I know. They actually use 2 and 5 or even 5. So again, don't ask me how to use it. Don't ask me how to activate it, when to use and what to use. Don't leave comment on that. I won't teach you because this is not for beginners. Okay, so finally, we have finished all questions from TNET 1960. Okay, let's look at the next question. It's from Ginger John's Triple 11. I thought water features were bad for 2025. Water Buffalo 1973 here. Okay, first, water features are not bad for 2025. Again, if you don't know how to use it, it is better not to use it. It is just like Flying Star 5. If you don't know how to use it, it is better don't use it. And for 2025, there are actually a couple of sections you can use water feature. I have already mentioned it in the videos, in a couple of my videos, actually, not just one. And one of them is the complete guidance for good feng shui 2025. Okay, you can just go and watch that. And then you mentioned that you are a water buffalo 1973 here. Basically, I don't know what you want. So I'll just skip this. Okay, so if you have just come in to watch my live, welcome, welcome, welcome. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel, and then 5 minutes later, you can start live chat with me on your right hand side. Okay, and also on my YouTube channel, I actually post daily fortune guide every day for free. So if you would like to know what are the do's for today, what are the don't do's for today, what are the lucky orientations for today, what are the unlucky ones that you want to avoid, what are the lucky colors you can put on today, and obviously, as what you can see, the lucky color today is green. That's why I'm in green. So if you would like to know all these daily fortune guides, I am putting it on my Facebook and YouTube channel every day for free. Just subscribe to my YouTube channel or like and follow my page in Facebook, and you will get it for free. For your information, there's another feng shui master in Australia. For you to get this good days or bad days calendar from him, you have to pay him. I think he's selling at $20 or $15. They are selling it, okay? And I am giving you out for free. You just have to subscribe it and use it. Nowhere else you can get it for free like this, okay? Go ahead and subscribe, and you will get not only the do's and don't do's, not only the good orientation and the bad orientation, you will also get the lucky colors and more actually. Okay, now let's come back to the next question. We have Pinky 9875. I am a shape. My room is in the southwest. Moved in 1992. The permanent energy is 6'2". What to do? By just telling me you are a sheep, that doesn't give me much information. Okay? There's nothing I can tell you. There's no suggestion at all. And then your room is in Southwest. Southwest in this year is Flying Star 8. That is a good star. You move in 92. It doesn't tell me any information at all. Anyway, the original Flying Star is 6'2". What to do? You know it's 6'2", but you don't know what to do. You haven't finished learning. Okay. As I have already mentioned many times, Flying Star 6 is a good star. Whereas Flying Star 2, again, as we have entered period 9 in 2024, so Flying Star 2, instead of a bad star that you were brainwashed by all your feng shui masters, it has become neutral in period 9. Okay, flying star 2 is now neutral in period 9. And again, flying star 2 is not bad. It's just because you can't ride on it. You can't ride on a lion. That's why you are hurt by the lion. Flying star 2 is not bad. Flying star 5 is not bad. You are all so brainwashed by all the feng shui masters in the market. I'm sorry to say that. Um, I'm guessing, Pinky, your house is facing east and it's actually facing E1 and it's built in period 7. Again, this is the same for the person for Tinet. Your flying star 5 or 9 or 9 or 9 and 5 is in the center. This is actually not going to work in period 9. Okay? So if you would like to activate the good energy very quickly, sign up for Monthly Spaceway. And if you would like to know why I'm saying this, join my masterclass for free. The link is just down below. Okay, let's move on. We have Cat Suite 2307. Okay, Cat Suite 2307. So Ian, you mentioned that upon opening your door, the first corner you can see is the wealth area. That's the wealth corner. What if it is the bad section of the house? Actually, it is in the north area, the first corner that you can see upon opening the door. Um, in 2025, the north area is flying star 7. That is, of course, categorized as bad section. And that is from the school of Xuan Kong Flying Star. Okay, so Flying Star 7 is that Flying Star. And then I mentioned in my video about the wealth corner. Okay, the first door when you come in from your main entrance, when you open the door, the first corner you can see whether it's left or the right, that is the wealth corner. And this theory is brought up by another feng shui school of thought that is called that 峦头, okay? And I call it T-space scan because T-space scan is basically you just go into the house, you scan the design, you scan the building, and then you can find out where the wealth corner is, whether this is a good feng shui house or a bad feng shui house. So it's just by scanning, and you don't have to do any calculation or taking orientation. So that is from another school of thought. So now this is a very interesting question. When you combine these two schools of thoughts, whether is this a good section or a not good section? Okay. So a good feng shui master can actually integrate many different schools of thoughts and give you an answer. And my interpretation is the moment you open the door, that first corner you can see, yes, that is the wealth corner. But if that is a bad flying star sitting there, like flying star 7. Okay, that is still a wealth corner. But if you activate it, it will bring you wealth. At the same time, it will bring you a little bit of conflicts, a little bit of arguments and fighting. And there might be the chance of you getting robbed or something was stolen. Okay, because when you activate wealth, it will definitely bring you wealth. But because it combines with the flying star 7 energy, and the nature of flying star 7 is a little bit of fighting, arguments, um thief, robbery, so they can come together. All right. Um, and this is a more holistic way of looking at feng shui. Don't be single-minded. Open up your mind. Okay. So I hope I have answered your question. Next, it's from Happy Jean. Okay. Happy Jean HS4VB. What if there's a very narrow space between sink and stove, like 3 inches space? If it is not good, what is the possible object to put in between? All right, so this is a comment about the fighting kitchen feng shui. You have this is a good question. Um, as we know, water and fire cannot go together. The stove is fire and the sink is water. If they are too close together, they will actually fight. And we can foresee that there will definitely be fighting, there will definitely be conflict among the family members. All right? So if it is very narrow, the solution is this is the secret. The solution is put a small plant in between the sink and the stove. Because if you look at the five elements, the water will support wood and the plant is the wood. The water will water the wood, okay? Will help the wood to grow. And then the wood will support fire, right? You need wood to start a fire. So instead of having water and fire fighting all the time, just put a small plant in between and you can actually harmonize the energy. You don't need a big plant, just a small one will do. And make sure you do not put a spiky plant. You do not put a cactus there because anything that is pricky will prick you. Either they will come and prick you or you will start to prick others. If you want to curse someone, give them a spiky plant. Of course, I'm just joking. Don't do that because what you give is what you get. All right. Next one. Ma Teresa Amos. Okay. Ma Teresa Amos. My sink is in the northwest, but it's not good to do any renovation. But the roof of my sink area is leaking, especially when it rains. How to go about as it is necessary to have it repaired. Okay, your sink is in the northwest. Oh, in this year is Flying Star 3 and Sui Po is there. Excuse me. This is absolutely not a place to do any renovation or breakdown and try not to nail a nail on the wall as well. If you in such desperate circumstance, I am sure I have already left a comment there. You can email me or WhatsApp me. We can do a date selection to harmonize that energy so that it does not activate the wrong energy. Okay? But I haven't heard anything from you. So it's up to you. We have got the next question from Marlena Johnson 1081. My home was period 6 1973 trailer N2 facing. In period 7 1997, they added 3 new sectors on a southwest den. So star 4 with 8 and 6 present. All good stars. Where to place the water? Um Basically this is a wrong, can I say this is a wrong question? This question is very misleading. Your home was period 6. In period 7, they added 3 new sectors. I'm just going to share screen. Okay. I will explain why this is a wrong question. So you said in 1997 they added 3 new section in southwest. I'm just want to share screen very quickly. Okay. I'll it out and show you why this is a wrong question. So, I want to bring out my pen. Okay. So basically, you are saying that this is your house, right? Let's say this is north, south, east, and west. So this is period 6, all right? Period 6. And in period 7, 1997, they added 3 section in southwest. Southwest. So you say they added 1 section. So you have 3 new section. I'm imagining this is what you are talking. They added 3 new sections. So now you have good stars like good star 6, 8, and another star. What was another star? I don't remember anyway. So you are saying that in 1997 they added 3 new sections. These 3 new sections, and then you have got 3 good stars here. So I think this question itself is very misleading because I'm going to show you why. Because originally this is your house layout, for example. You still have the southwest section. Because if this is originally your house layout, you have to divide your house into 9 equal sections, right? So this is the south, this is the southwest, this is west, and this is northwest. You still have these 3 sections available. I mean, you present. Okay, it is just in 1997 they extended. This is extended. It is not that they added. You extended the place. So now instead instead of having your layout like this, okay, now I'm using yellow. Instead of having your house layout like this, now your house layout is like that. This is I want to use a color. Now your house layout is like that. It's in green, right? Now your house layout is in green. And then you have to re-divide your house into 9 equal sections. So that will come out and, okay, so it will come out like this. Okay, you always have southwest, south, and west, or northwest. Okay, you always have those sections even before the renovation. You just extended, and so now every section of your house has a larger space. Okay, that is what it means. It doesn't mean that you haven't got those sections. Okay, so I will go back to your question. Um, I will go back to your question. So you say the star 4, 8, and 6 are there. Where to place the water? You know that they are all good stars. Okay, you can place anywhere. And if you are especially wanting to activate wealth, I would suggest 8 is the best. All right, if these are the 3 options you have, 8 is the best for wealth. Okay, let's move on to the next question. It is from Roger Warrior. Roger Warrior. Do we use solar time or standard time? Also, what to do if the room is over two different sectors and one sector is a negative star? So the first question is, we use solar time in Feng Shui. We can never use standard time because when Feng Shui was introduced, there wasn't any standard time at all. We always use solar time. And then if the room is in two different sections, right? So you have one room, but the room is one part of the room is in the north and another part of the room is in northwest, for example. Then if one section is a negative star, then the main thing is, do you use the negative section? Okay, is your bed, especially is your bed in the good section or the not so good section? If your bed is in the good section, then very good, you don't have to worry too much. Then we look at the not good, the negative section. If you don't use that negative section much, then you may just leave it. If you still use that negative section, then it depends on what stars is there. And you have to release that energy accordingly. You didn't say what star is there, so I can't tell you how to do it. Again, if your bed is in the negative section, it's the same thing. You just have to release it. Okay? If you want to move your bed, that is also okay, but make sure you move your bed in the right. It's not only to the good position, but also it has to be logic. You can't be having your bed in front of your toilet door, right? You can't have your bed in front of the windows. You can't have your bed blocking the walkway or in front of the cupboard or the wardrobe, you know? So everything has to be logic. Okay, we have the next question from Marlena Johnson 1081 again. Hi Ian, I have a feng shui frog mountain. Oh, sorry, frog fountain outside the southeast corner of my house. Water aiming at the house. Should I move it to the southwest now? Well, you can if you want to. Yeah, you can if you want to. Okay, let's move on. We have Jin Ang 8694. Are you based in Sydney? If so, how do I get in contact? I'm building a house and want some professional advice. You can just email or WhatsApp me, okay? I'm not in Sydney, I'm in Melbourne. Next, we have Suzanne Lau 9 we have Suzanne Lau 9469. What's the position for firewood outside the house? If you want to start a fire in 2025, um you can do it in west, southwest, or south. You can, well, you can also do it in southeast as well. Okay. The next one, Kaiti Kaitiye Kaitiye Chenda 8757. Thank you for your great feng shui tip, Ian. I do have some questions. I'm planning to build a house. The house will be sitting north and facing south. It will be the third house from the other house who have a curved root. Then the street will come across horizontal. And my lot is not a T junction street. Is this lot good? One last question. Some people say don't buy house with kitchen stove across from sink. All new built house have this layout. The sink is at the island across from the stove. Then another question. Should I have the ladder of the house to be on the left or the right side? Okay, if you are building a house, um, well, I'll just very quickly look at the flying star in period 9. Can you email me or talk to me privately if your house will be sitting north and facing south? Okay, there are a lot of information and it's very hard to explain why. Other than that, other than that, as long as the street in front of your house is straight, that should be okay. Because you haven't sent me any picture, I can't really give any good suggestion. From what you say, I think that is okay. Mhm. And to have the kitchen stove right parallel with the sink, that is definitely bad feng shui. I have already mentioned that the fire and water cannot go together. You have to do something. You have to renovate it and move one to another side as long as they are not facing each other. Okay. And then the ladder of the house, should it be left or right? I you haven't sent me any pictures or layout of your house because for me to be responsible for my answers, I really can't give you a suggestion like that. Okay, so you can WhatsApp me or email me. And to have your house built now to be sitting north and facing south, it's really talk to me. Okay, but it's up to you. All right, it's up to you. The next one from Pat QG10Q. Hi, Sir Ian. How can we know the original flying star? Okay, sign up for my masterclass. The next one. It's from Genie XF5UJ. Okay, Genie XF5UJ. Hello, Sir Ian. My room is straight and long, with the door on the left side in south and windows in south. It's weird, I know. I would like to ask where is it good to put my bed and which direction will be good for me to place my head when I sleep. Also, which direction should I be facing so that I can study better and prosper in wealth terms? Please, your guidance would mean a lot. Okay. Um so your question is where to put your bed. Again, there is no one universal answer where to put your bed. This is the most questions I got. Ian, where should I put my bed? Should I be facing north, south, east, west, or whatever? To be responsible for my words, I can tell you very frankly, there's no one universal good direction because the first thing it based on the feng shui of your house. It's based on the setting and the design and the structure of your room. Second thing, it based on the original flying star of your house. Every house will have a different flying star. And then the third to me is I will also look at what are the lucky orientation for you. Everyone will have a different lucky orientation. So you basically haven't given me enough information to tell you, I mean, to give you a suggestion. Okay. And also the same thing, which direction should I be facing so I can study better and prosper in wealth terms? I can't give you any suggestion, but you can watch my video again, the complete guidance for good Feng Shui 2025. Maybe it will give you some tips over there based on the Flying Star 2025. The next one, Sunny Side Up WD9CE. Sunny Side Up WD9CE. This is a very interesting question. I used to ask my Feng Shui teacher as well. What about the southern hemisphere? It is the same. It is not that my teacher told me it is the same. There are many signs, and we have done many research. It is the same. There are feng shui masters trying to tell you that you should change because that is the feng shui is from China, is from the northern hemisphere. Australia and New Zealand is in the southern hemisphere. You should change everything. And they have been arguing for decades, and they can't really give you a very solid reason or um, a solid evidence why it should be changed. They are just arguing because it's north and south. Whereas I have done a lot of research on it, it is the same. No need to change. And if you watch my video, Learn Feng Shui in 3 hours, over there I have given a very good example of Melbourne in period 7, 8, and 9. And you can see that the trend is exactly the same. No need to change. Next. Heidi Parata, F6J. What if original flying star is 3 in southwest, built in 1980 facing north? Okay, well, I have already mentioned that exactly in the video you comment. Okay, when you activate the combination of 8 and 3, so you will activate wealth at the same time. It will also bring you a little bit of arguments, fighting, conflicts. When you are making more money, you will also will have some fights with your colleagues, with your suppliers, or with your clients, or your boss, or your subordinates. Simple. Next, Kim Sung Eun 7016. How to determine the date of birth of the house? Just bought an old house, 40 years in 2025. Just bought a house this year, which is 40 years old. Plan to move in this year, 2025. Okay, to determine the date of birth of your house, we have to look at when the house was first used. Okay, it is not when the house was built. When your house was built, you already have in feng shui we're looking at these 3 layers to determine the date of birth of the house. The first one is the energy from the universe, which is from the sky. The second layer is the energy from the earth, okay, which is from the floor. And the third energy we are looking at is the human who moves into the house. So all these 3 layers of energies have to be activated. Only then we call that the house is born. It is not when the house was built. Because if you haven't moved into the house was not born. So we look at when the house was first used. That is when the house was born. So we look at when the house was first used, when the first owner moved into the house. Okay, that is the basic. Okay, that is first the logic. Next, we have HS done 3515. Ivan, excuse me, my name is Ian. Okay, first of all, I would like to thank you for the great explanation of Good Feng Shui 2025. You're welcome. Here, I would like to know whether should do two settings for each sector as I stay in a double storage house, meaning lower floor and upper floor, east sector, etc. or and other sections. Appreciate your reply. Thanks again. Okay, if you live in a double story house, you don't have to do the same thing for for both floors. Even if you live in a three-story house, you know, you just have to activate one section at one story will do. Okay, the next one from Hello Your Three Zoo. What things can I put in the north as remedy for flying star? My office is in the north section of my house. Okay, for north this year is flying star 7. 7 is matter. Okay, you can use blue items like blue curtains, blue tablecloth, blue chairs, something blue to release 7. Or you can use blue, black, or gray. They all belongs to the water element, okay? But we don't usually recommend black and gray because in terms of color, they are not very favorable. But it's up to you. Okay, the next one is from the same person. Hello, your three zo. In 2025, I live in Northeast Flying Star 5. My living room is also facing northeast. Can I use metal and stone decorations as remedy to protect my family? Should I come and go using the back door located in southwest? Okay. If we are only looking at the Flying Star 2025, yes, you can use a lot of metal, okay, like copper coins or anything that's metal. But of course, make sure you put your items are nice and beautiful, and try not to use stones. I wouldn't really recommend stones. There are many reasons, okay? And then your is you didn't mention if your door is in northeast. Okay, if your door is in northeast, you can also put the same thing. But if you would like to use the back door in southwest, that is okay. It is up to you. Yeah, and of course, make sure your back door is also clean and with nice view. You know, there are many things we have to look at, but from the information you have given, I would say you might use that back door. Okay, the last question for today. Finally, this is from Melina Imperial Lim 517. What does mixed tooth means? So, in the Daily Fortune Guide, there's one thing is called mixed tooth. It's in the do's and don'ts. So, mixed tooth basically means you want to clean up your tooth thoroughly, bring it out, clean it all, and then put it back. Or if you want to change your tooth, you can also do it on that day if it is in the do's, and try not to do it on that day if it is in the don'ts. Okay, so basically that's mixed tooth. Okay, so I haven't got any questions here. No one is live chatting. No, I mean no one wants to live chat with me. That's okay. But anyway, I will call it the end for today. There are a lot more questions coming. I know. I will do it in the next video. All right, because I really have a lot of questions to answer. At the same time, if you have more questions, you are welcome to leave a comment down below, or you can also email me if you have any pictures or something. Also, at the same time, again, if you would like to activate a good energy and see result very quickly, for example, you need a job, you haven't got a job for a while, you need a job, do date selection, okay? Or if you want to boost up your sales, you want to have a lot of customers and see result very quickly, activate with date selection. And the easiest way is sign up for my monthly T Space way. I'm doing a promotion at only $1 a month. Nowhere in the world you will get a good date selection with $1 a month. Usually they will do it at least, well, you can easily, you can easily find Feng Shui masters selling one date selection. One one date selection with activation at $100 USD. You can easily find it at that price, and I'm doing it for only $1 for you. If you can afford to watch this video on your gadget, I am sure $1 is 100% affordable for you. And this is the best I can do for you. And other than that, if you would like to know more about feng shui, just sign up for my masterclass. Click the link down below. It is free. All right. Again, happy Sunday. All the best. I will see you next time.